Righty-ho.
Okay, so whoever wants to go first.
Hello, we're BlackWaters. I'm Max, I'm the singer.
I'm David and I play guitar.
I'm Ollie and I'm a bassist.
I'm James and I play drums.
Okay, nice. So you guys mentioned you formed in Guildford as your homecoming gig. What was that like? How do you meet as a band?
We all met in a lecture at ACM when we were 16. We played "You Somebody" by Kings of Leon. It was the song of the week, and something just felt right, didn't it? And
Yeah.
We've been together ever since.
Nice. So when was that?
That was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
That was in September 2014.
Doesn't feel like that long ago,
Yeah.
but it is.
Fucking does.
And that's
No,
scary.
whenever someone asks, like, how long have you been together? It's like, 3-4 years. But no, it's been 6.
Mm. Crazy.
Nearly 6.
Yeah, build up to 6.
But yeah, it's good to be back here in Guildford. Really excited for the show. So, yeah, man.
So what was it like starting out as a band? Like getting first gigs, was it quite tough, or did it take quite a while?
Weird. I remember this distinctively, and a lot of people ask us this. There was this site called Bandwagon. No, not Bandwagon.
Oh yeah.
No,
That was band. No, it was.
Was it Bandwagon?
Yeah,
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 Bandwagon.
yeah.
And then if you just sign up for it, and if there was any like particular gig in a particular place that you wanted, you just got it.
You apply for it, yeah.
So we played loads of gigs in like Camden specifically. So it was alright for getting gigs.
I don't
But
think it
our
was
first-
hard getting gigs, it was hard getting good gigs.
Yeah, it was hard choosing like the right promoters and avoiding certain promoters. And,
Also getting gigs where you're old enough. Our first ever gig that we actually got,
Yeah.
we weren't let in.
Oh, wow.
We were too young.
So you just had to cancel on the night.
We cancelled it, and then we asked ACM if we could use one of their rooms because we had people that actually came to see us. Like our family, some of our family came down, so we just ended up setting up a room.
Oh, fair.
When you start off down south, you just tend to get like a load of trash gigs in London.
Oh yeah.
Just like supporting, you're on first, but like you kind of got to do them. But from that, you kind of get a bit thick-skinned about it.
Yeah.
Or when you get your bigger shows, you really appreciate it more.
yeah, yeah.
Nice, yeah. So what would you say was your like breakout gig, or do you not really have one? You just kind of ramped up.
Breakout gig.
Probably somewhere in Guildford.
I think the breakout, the one where it was like, okay, this is cool. We want to do this. I reckon it was our leaving show. When we left Guildford, so when we all wore the boiler suits, for like our
Oh, mate,
our
yeah,
last
that
gig in
was-
Guildford, and it was like probably the most packed gig we've had here.
Yeah.
It was the hottest.
Until tonight.
Until tonight, of course. Yeah, I remember that being a particular moment where I was like, right, cool. For me, anyway, that was.
So when was that?
That would have been. So when did we? 2017? Did we? 18?
I reckon three years ago.
Yeah.
I reckon.
When did we graduate? It was 20. Would have been 2017. 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, it would have been in August or July 2017.
So what kind of tracks were you doing around then? Any that you still keep on, or?
Yeah, we had Down, Good Times, all the singles.
Oh?
We didn't have anything. People Street onwards, we didn't anything. None of that was out. So it was all like the old stuff.
I think that wasn't when we did the Fuck Yeah video. No,
No,
that
it
was
wasn't.
that
That
was
was straight
another
tracks.
good show though. But yeah, it was like kind of when we left there, we did our last show at the Boiler Room, and we were kind of out going to Sheffield. And it kind of felt like we not moved on from Guildford, but just kind of progressed out of it, and it was quite a nice feeling.
So we got let out into the big wide world.
Yeah.
And that moves quite nicely on. You mentioned People Street, your EP.
Yeah.
What was that like recording it and putting that together? And you plan to do anything similar?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we recorded it in Grenada with Youth. It was like that was a dream come true, really.
That was the
Amazing.
wildest recording experience we've ever done by a mile.
Great fun, mate.
5 tracks in 2.5 days, but like
You can hear it. You can
the
hear the
scenery. You can hear like how like
rough
intense.
we were. Yeah, yeah.
Intense. It kind of captured a moment, like a
did.
vibe. But like the scenery, just like when you're tracking guitars and there's like you can see mountains with like snow on top.
Yeah.
But it's like 30-degree heat. It was like
Oranges everywhere.
oranges everywhere. It was really good. And then to celebrate, we had a sauna session.
We did, yeah. A cold sauna.
A cold sauna
yeah,
because
yeah.
they heated it up and then it went off.
Wood fire sauna, which isn't the best.
He had
the best.
engineer Michael just like on his knees trying to light this little fire. Just 5 guys
So,
sitting in a
towels.
cold sauna.
All it turned out to be was 5 naked guys, and then it started getting really weird. Like we used to start throat singing, and then so did Ollie, and then he brought in these like really like percussive instruments.
It was cool, man. I
It got a
enjoyed
bit,
that.
Yeah, it got a bit weird, but like wonderful.
We'll see that on a track anytime soon.
Probably.
Throat singing. Album 6.
yeah, yeah. But in terms of what's next, I mean,
I reckon this year will be a larger body of work.
Yeah,
We're still unsure.
I'd
what's
love to
going
just
on.
release a larger body of work. That's kind of what we've got our mind set on now.
Yeah.
So like album comes.
Maybe
EP,
another
album,
but definitely
something.
not another. Well, we've got another single coming out at the end of the tour, but
Fuck singles.
hopefully, well, not fuck singles, but like there comes a point where like you've got to
It's not very exciting.
you've got to stop because it isn't. It's not exciting when someone releases a body of work. I think I'm more inclined to listen to it. I think.
So much more to it. Imagine like just putting out a single on a CD and doing a tour of a single. It's just like it doesn't make sense. It's like when you're doing an album. It's like,
Bands do it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
well, I would say it would be a great idea. But
Yeah.
I think
with an album.
when you write albums or EPs, it's a different type of thing, because when you're writing singles, you're trying to write a certain type of song.
I don't think that's apparent when we're writing it though.
No, and I don't
No,
think it ever
no.
should be like when bands write. But when you write an album, you're able to put maybe more left-wing songs or songs that I don't know you wouldn't normally hear out, and it makes sense within a collection.
Yeah, like flowing together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like as like an artist in a band, that's way more fulfilling, I think,
Yeah.
to release. Rather than just a single.
And for fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a larger idea of like what we actually do.
Lots of bands.
You know, like, you can portray a larger message, I think.
Nice. So yeah, that's something you'd definitely be interested in doing.
Some stuff in you, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, how did you end up out in Grenada? Like, what was the story behind that?
Well, you
know, wasn't it?
came to see us at a show with Barnes Courtney.
Was it?
At the Scala?
that
I
what it
remember
was?
talking to him. Was it?
Oh,
was
yeah.
it with Barnes?
No, it might be when we supported Killing Joke, you know.
No, it was before.
Oh
that.
no,
It was
we were
before
supporting
that.
Barnes
Yeah.
and Killing and Youth came.
Youth was there. There was talks of us recording with him.
Yeah, he got in
and we
touch.
didn't think it was going to happen, but he showed up. He was there, and he was really excited for it, as were we.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
That must have been quite a surreal experience.
It was,
recording
man.
that.
Yeah, we had to get a taxi to Manchester Airport like 3 a.m, fly there, then start recording immediately. So like we're all like knackered, bit jaded, just recording and just like half asleep. while
Yeah.
recording. First day was tough.
What would you say is your favourite gig you've played so far?
Ever.
Out of all the gigs you played.
It's weird. They've all been
Ever.
like I've had
There's so many
a
highlights.
few different shows for different reasons.
I remember. What was it?
Well, I think Tilburg was just generally fun. Although there wasn't a shitload of people there, it was like it's just amazing being in another country playing a show. Barcelona,
good.
that was amazing.
Barcelona, yeah.
Razzmatazz.
Yeah, that was good.
Razzmatazz is my favourite show because it was really packed, and we never. I think was that our first European show.
Yeah,
I think that was our
it was
first
our first
European show,
European
and
show.
it was kind of like. I don't know. It's kind of like, when you say that while you're in a band, it's kind of one of those things that reminds you why you are. Because like we went there, we got there at like 8 or 10. We literally played at 3 a.m, went home at 12 the next day. So we were barely there, but it was such like a rush. We just got really fucked up, and it was just,
Do you remember Bar 13? Handin.
Yeah, that was a
Well,
good
it's
show.
Bar 13. Is Bar 13 still here?
Sorry,
Yeah,
Different
I
vibe.
thought you were talking about Guildford. It's like I didn't know they did live music. But
Yeah,
there's
Bar
a-
13.
There's
I
a
don't
Bar
know if they
13
live
here.
music
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, back in our day.
I don't know. I've only been there once.
Oh,
So there
mate,
wasn't
we did
any
it.
live music.
We did
there.
it. Was it the Handin?
Because Wednesday nights it turned into a hotspot, and every week bands would play it, and then they would
No, it was
coincide
Freshers.
it with like ACM with events like Handins and
It was
like
Freshers.
and Freshers,
Play-
all that kind of
we
stuff.
played
I mean,
Freshers.
they might do. I'm 17.
Oh, fair.
So I mean, I don't know, but
Oh, we
it
did
might still be a
that
thing.
Freshers show.
Speaking of Guildford,
Mad.
like, I always talk to people about it, but like
Yeah.
there was like a year or two where it was like genuinely a good time to be in Guildford,
Right.
and there was loads of bands like ourselves and Lost in Venice, and China Bears, Llamas, Fox, like knocking about. And,
It was a good spirit.
But like, why would anyone know or care because it's Guildford? But like, if you were there at that time, it was really fun.
yeah.
A really fun time. There's just house parties every other week and gigs in the house and
Yeah.
like Bar 13 and like all these shit spots, but they were really
Made it
fun.
Yeah,
yeah,
made
it was
something
awesome.
special.
It took over.
Yeah.
So when was that?
Ooh.
That happened?
It would a bit
First year
Freshers.
of degree.
I
First year
reckon
of degree
second.
was the best year. No, because that's when like Fox and everyone came.
Not one about that gig.
Well, I don't know when that was.
That was Freshers.
The
second
first year
year.
of degree. I think like 2015, 16.
Yeah, that was a really good
That was
show.
the best years, man.
Yeah. So you'd say those were the best times
Yeah.
for music.
I'd say as a band that was like what's kind of made us what we are now. In a sense.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
moving to Sheffield is like that's also changed us, but that year kind of I think we've never really lost that spirit.
Oh,
like
no.
DIY and all that kind of thing.
So did you all move up to Sheffield after finishing in Guildford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
So-
just decided to
Pack up.
randomly move to the north. I mean, it's actually we found like more and more bands are doing that now.
Yeah, it's smack bang in the middle of the
moving to the
country, so like touring.
We've been up
wise,
to
it's
Sheffield
really
before
good.
to write as well, and yeah, we just really liked it because it's one of those cities where it's in a valley and you're like 15 minutes from the countryside, but also you can have a night out as well, and like nothing's too far away, and it's the biggest village.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's a really community-led city.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice to just play with loads of different bands there and write there. It's just a different environment to what you get down south.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice to change it up a bit. you know.
Nice. Yeah. It's got a pretty good music scene. From
It has
what
a
I've
great
heard.
music scene, man.
Arctic
Dying,
Monkeys, Chef, Pulp.
Who?
Arctic Monkeys, Pulp. Lots of bands.
Oh,
Yeah,
coming
man.
out.
the staples. That
Yeah.
one's the staples.
Well, like, what was it? I heard Stephen Mack was on BBC Six the other day talking about the Sheffield music scene because he was there doing that independent venue week, and they were talking about obviously when the Arctic Monkeys came about, and it was like when a band like that comes out of a city like Sheffield, you get like a lot of copycats and imitators. So for
Still are.
yeah,
Yeah.
for about 2-3 years after that, it was hard for any other band to break out because no one's bigger than the Arctic Monkeys. So I think when that happens in any city, the whole city needs a bit of like a down moment, recover,
Yeah.
and then go
Yeah.
again. And like again, if you come to Sheffield for the right show at the right time, like you really feel like something's happening, but you don't know unless you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're trying to get across to everyone. Like we did in Guildford for 2 years, but that never happened.
Yeah.
Hopefully it happens this time.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So what kind of stuff have you been doing in Sheffield? Just like recording more, getting stuff out, using it as a base, touring, playing
Yeah,
shows?
pretty much. We're just when we're not working to pay the rent, we're just doing band stuff. So we're writing, demoing.
Smoking dope.
So, yep, that.
Important band stuff.
Important, all the important
Yeah.
band stuff.
Yeah.
All the important band stuff.
We said when we had an interview the other day in Stockholm, like David said that tour kind of feels like the break in a way.
Yeah.
In a strange way, people say it's like really hard, but because we're all working part-time jobs, so when we're not doing that, we're just in the studio trying to write or trying to build merchandise or like have a party in our house or some shit like that. So that's way more stressful than being on tour. On tour, you've got a set, you play it, and that's it.
You set the
Yeah.
band for 3
and
hours.
You just have a load of fun.
Go to Spoons.
And go spoons. That's another thing. That was another great thing about Sheffield. There's spoons everywhere you look.
Oh, nice.
There's literally 2 on the same street, about 100 metres from each other.
Oh, you're really selling it to me now.
I know.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Get up, man. Get up, man.
It's the little things.
It's
But
a little
Yeah.
bit.
No. And what would you say is one of your like best memories from being on tour or playing in any venues or like strange any kind of crazy moments that have happened?
Last time we were here, we saw a bottle of whiskey, and that was really like on the rider. And I remember you going, "Oh look, some whiskey!"
First time.
First time I ever got a bottle of whiskey because we've had it on our rider for ages, and it actually happened.
Min on a Stick video.
That was great.
Oh yeah, minutes video. That's the best
During
memory.
that was like, because at first David actually came up with the idea. And we were like, oh, I don't know, it's a bit like, oh, should we do it? And it was like, yes, definitely do it. And like when it actually happened and we got people to film it. And
It was
stuff,
good that we
it's
actually got someone who was actually capable of doing it as well, and
Yeah.
not just like someone with a phone. Although that would have probably been quite cool as well. But we actually got it. We actually put quite a bit of effort into it.
that was great.
It was
fun.
very rewarding.
I think the 2 tours that stick in my head are like the Strange Bones co-headline tour.
Yeah, that's great. Whole show.
Just because it was really cool to go on tour with a band like a similar level to yourself, playing kind of similar music, and just like sometimes play above or below each other. And it was a challenge playing above them, but it was a really good challenge.
Yeah, set
and
the
I
bar.
think yeah, we done a lot about touring. And the other one is the European tour, because again we learned even more about touring, because touring in Europe is completely different to touring in the UK. It's way better.
It's so much better, man.
Like
Yeah,
way
it
better.
is.
You get treated so well. Like we're only supporting when we support Barnes Courtney. Again with Retro Video Club, so it was nice to have a band
That we
like
knew.
playing similar music, similar ages, and like we shared a van with them. It was
Yeah.
really really fun time.
Smashing out FIFA the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Fun
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, so what makes it so much different touring in Europe to the UK?
The drives are way longer. you get stopped by European police
We
because
got
they think you
stopped.
have drugs.
We
They
got
have
stopped.
arts funding over there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another thing. We don't get that in
As
the
a,
UK.
as a general thing, I don't know if it was just because of the venues that we did play, but like
No, it's a whole general rule.
Was it?
all the venues are
Not
just,
in the whole.
they're so much more kitted out to like accommodate bands, and like the fans themselves seem so much more enthusiastic about
Yeah.
the whole idea of actually getting to see the music rather than just turn up for the headline band
Yeah.
and piss off.
Yeah. The landscapes as well, just everywhere
Doors
was
fill up.
most places were just really nice to be as well.
I think European promoters and when English or American band kind of come over, they really it's a real event to them.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of music in Europe, but kind of UK and America kind of dominate guitar music. You know, so when they come over, they get really excited about it, and they really look forward to seeing you, and like those that they care. You know, which is really nice. And sometimes, not to say off UK fans, but you don't get that as much when you support. You know.
Yeah.
No.
Not all, but it seems to be the case in Europe that they seem to just give a fuck.
Yeah.
We've had a few heckles, haven't we, from supporting with the British fans.
Yeah.
They weren't too bad. Actually, if I remember one, they were quite funny. It was when we supported Killy and Joke in Glasgow, we got heckled.
Oh, I can't imagine heckling at a gig. Like, I thought that was just for comedy shows.
In Scotland, it's kind of a
It's kind of a thing.
it's kind of essential.
It comes with the territory.
If they don't like you in Scotland, they'll fucking let you know, man.
It wasn't so much they didn't like us, they were just commenting on things.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
like your shit. I think it was quite funny. I just remember laughing. That was it.
Oh, that must be really distracting when you're trying to like
Oh,
sit
no,
and
mate,
play
it-
instruments when you start laughing.
That's great.
So, talking a bit about recording process and like lyrics, what would you say inspires like the lyrics? Do you have any like method for writing your songs, or is it just kind of whatever you're thinking of at the time?
Yeah, I mean, it comes and goes really. What I write about, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll question whether I should be writing about
Something or something else.
political situation. It's literally just whatever comes to my head.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any. I've found a method for it really.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of singers and writers do, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think just whatever pops into my head.
Would you
I
want a
guess.
method? Is that something you're searching for?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm happy with
Spontaneity.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I've got
Oh, yeah, that's-
poems and songs that I've got on my phone that are just, the lyrics are all done, but they've been sitting there for
Oh,
a year.
Notes app classics, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
I love doing it. And
I think
Dunno.
also like a lot of bands our age get really muddled up in politics, and like it's really easy to do that. And like we all individually care about politics as well because it's important, But at the end of the day, like we're all 21, we're all just trying to fuck each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what everyone our age is doing. They're all going out, they're getting pissed, they're making dumb decisions, and we read really intellectual books. You know what I mean? Like,
I think now though it's like I'm going to be writing about it a bit more. I think because the way it is now, I think
It's when
it's
something,
so hard not to write
Yeah.
about the state of the fucking world.
and something's that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
When it gets that bad, I think you kind of need to point it out.
Mhm.
You
But
can't
you
just
can
turn a blind eye.
disguise the song to not be like a fucking, I don't know,
So people can relate
Anarchy in
to
the UK or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Do you know what I mean?
So people can relate to it in another way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think like there was a Jarvis Cocker quote, and I think he said like the only two things he ever wrote about was love and politics, because that's the only two things it's actually worth writing about.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you can combine the two. Like Max said about it being a bit more cryptic. It's kind of what Jarvis Cocker always did, So
But yeah, it can come from absolutely anywhere.
Yeah. What would you say is like your favourite song that
Oh,
you've
is it?
written, where you've been sat down and went, that's like, I'm really proud of.
Um,
I mean, obviously you're proud of all your songs.
Yeah,
but,
of course we are.
Is
Yeah.
there anyone with like special place?
I mean, I remember the day that I watched Supersonic and went upstairs and wrote People Street.
Yeah.
That's one of the only times that I've ever kind of song has just completely spilled out and like.
Really?
Yeah, that was really odd. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember that actually when you first sent
We were
when
spoons
you first
sent
sent
a
it
demo.
across.
Yeah.
Or like on a WhatsApp chat, you sent over like a little voice note or whatever, and we all just were like, "This is sick!" Like,
Yeah.
and we played it as a band, and the whole thing just
It was weird.
du-du-du-dum. There was no like weird middle kind of, oh, I don't know about this. Don't know about
Yeah.
that.
But we used to write in like a tiny practice pod.
Oh yeah.
In university, like they had these little rooms that we used to get in and write songs in. But yeah,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
yeah, man.
I think it was I'm Not Your Man for me, actually. remember when we wrote that, I was like, yeah, this is sick.
Yeah.
Instantly knew it was good. Oh, James is back with his fork.
What was the question?
Chris.
Favourite song?
You passed it.
Or, I mean, we can move on to favourite song to play live, because that's always quite a popular one.
I've got a new one. Actually.
You've got a new one?
It was so far out, but now it's probably our newest single. Well, I one that isn't out yet called "I Want It All."
Nice.
I mean, just as a drummer, the drum parts are really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Forget Myself as well. I like playing all the new ones because I've been playing all the other ones for way too long,
Oh, fair.
and they're a bit boring now.
Favourite
Yeah,
one? Probably I'm Not Your Man.
Yeah.
Just because it's fun.
Classic.
Yeah, I'm Not Your Man's fun actually. That's
I get to sing in it as well.
I think as long as there's a good crowd, they're all good.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Someone's in crowds.
When there's
Right.
shit crowd, they're all shit. No.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. You could be playing your favourite set to bowl of water. Shit.
You just tried to think of an inanimate object, and that was what it came to your mind.
At least the bowl of water could actually move more than
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know what my favourite song to play live is.
Right.
There's your answer for that.
Don't know.
No, yeah, that does annoy me as well when you're at a gig and then someone's like standing like a little statue.
It's tricky, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
like-
when we played with Strange Bones at Leeds.
Cheers, man. I'm all
There
up
was
for
this
it.
dude at the front. I'm standing right at the front, right at the middle of the stage on his phone.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's cool. If you don't like it, go to the back.
Yeah,
Don't just stand
literally.
right at the front on your phone.
I'm gonna have spoons.
It's really annoying. Ah, there was that dude. Remember that dude in Preston? There was a guy at the front. He looked so sad the whole
No,
set.
that was Hull.
And I was whole, yeah, and it was with his missus.
did not
and
want to
like,
be there.
it was with his missus, and she'd obviously she was really into it. And she'd obviously just dragged him along, but he wasn't like hiding how pissed off he was that she bought him.
Oh.
Hilarious.
That sounds
Come on,
great. that sounds like one of the best gigs.
Yeah,
just seeing
yeah.
a pissed off guy
I'm
for the
just
whole
I'm
time.
just out here to
It was
make
quite
people feel
amusing,
like
actually.
shit. No.
Brilliant.
What's your least favourite song to play live?
Yeah. Which songs do you really hate playing?
Forget Myself.
That's a good time as well. The most popular one.
I didn't expect answers for that one.
Yeah.
but-
Cool. I'm gonna eat my food then.
Yeah.
Nice.